Good morning and welcome to Urban Update. I'm Alberto Vasallo, filling in for Byron Barnett. Now, on the show this morning, the voice of the Boston Red Sox radio network, Joe Castiglione, pays us a visit. We'll also talk to a Boston Globe contributor, Marcela Garcia, on her thoughts regarding some of the biggest stories of 2014, and also a chat with a local author who champions the power of how much you want it. But up first, President Obama's announcement last week that the United States will now begin to normalize diplomatic relations with the communist nation of Cuba for the first time in nearly half a century has sparked controversy, debates, and a flurry of discussions. Not just here, but even in the island, only 90 miles away from U.S. shores. Now, last weekend, a group of Cuban Americans here in Boston gathered for their annual Christmas party. We took the opportunity to ask a few of them their thoughts on the recent changes in American policy towards their homeland.
Extremely sad. There has been a very disloyal movement to the thousands of people that have died and the people that today have been put in prison, selective killing and in prison. Very sad, very disappointing of this government. This government has betrayed the thousands of people that have died looking for the freedom of Cuba.
I do welcome the change because it's been 50 years and things have not changed there. Things seem to have gotten worse. So what do we have to lose by seeing things lifted and people living happily? Being able to go visit your family, being able to send things to your family and not have to go through other countries to do it.
I am very skeptical or cautiously optimistic. That's a good phrase. I think time will tell, like everything, but I think it's mixed emotions.
All right, continuing this conversation, my first guest is not only a Cuban exile who came to the U.S. in 1965 after living for several years under Fidel Castro's regime, but he's also my father, who I have finally convinced to come on the show and share his thoughts. I think it's been 20 years I've been trying to get him on Urban Update. Welcome to Urban Update, Pa.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's start off with the story that we all know with our family. But how did you get to arrive here in the United States?
Well, at that time, back in 1965, any young man from 14 years old to 25 could not leave the island. It was banned to leave the island. The Castro regime kept them as a reserve, like an army reserve, and I was not able to get out of Cuba any other way, so I had to escape by boat. I had to risk my life in order to come to freedom.
And you arrived, and I know this date because you arrived in Key West, and you still remember the exact date, right?
Oh, it was one of the most beautiful days in my life. It was incredible. I never in my life saw the sun so bright. Everything was new for me. It was a day that I will never forget in my life.
Now, why is that so special coming to the United States for you?
Well, for many good reasons. The main reason was to be free. I didn't come here looking for any opportunity, looking for a job or whatever. I just came here to be free because I knew that America was the land of promises, okay, and country of opportunities. Of course, if you don't go to look for the opportunities, they won't bring the opportunity to your house. So I know exactly what was for me coming to the United States. Yeah. The communist system in Cuba was not for me. I know that from the beginning. Yeah,
I know you were 24 when you got here, and I went to that Cuban American event this weekend, and I could sense how much they love this country. I mean, I know you, Dad. I know you love this country, but I know the story that the first time you had the opportunity to become a citizen, and you're very proud of being an American citizen. And no one in my house could say anything bad about the United States. Why is that?
Okay, let me tell you. Let me start with this. Where are you born?
I was born in Boston.
Boston. Okay. I'm an American citizen by choice. I choose to be an American citizen. You didn't have that choice.
Yeah.
So I'm more American than you are.
I know, you always say that for the millionth time. He had to do it on TV. Okay, we don't have much time. How do you feel about the direction in Cuba? I know that you're a little skeptical. Why so?
Well, let me tell you, I was interviewed in Orlando. I was in Orlando until a couple of days ago, and I was interviewed over there. And they were expecting from me to say, I'm opposed. Say, no. I applaud Obama with an if. With an if. What is that? If means. Okay, I would applaud him if it's going to be free elections in Cuba, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of everything. A multi-party government. I will applaud him. I will be his #1 fan if that happens.
Yeah.
And I'm very skeptical. Alberto says, and I wish I've been wrong. I wish I'm wrong.
You wish you're wrong. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Thank you for coming this morning. Go home.
That's
Enjoy.
all?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you get. You don't get more time just because you're my dad. You got to go.
Oh.
Okay. Bye, Pa.
That's why I don't want to come.
All right. Well,